everybody. So I just wanted to do a quick update. I actually haven't had any real ideas for videos or time or energy to be doing them. I've just had a lot on my plate personally. And so I just haven't had the energy or the focus to really put towards videos. I haven't had really any ideas. Like, I don't want to do walkthroughs because a lot of other people have that covered. But I thought I would just do a little update of stuff, that I've bought and things going on and whatnot. I do have a couple videos in mind. One of them is actually going to be an interview with Jenny Han, the artist who did Wisdom of the Shadow Oracle. So we will be discussing, her artwork and the whole thought process behind the deck, but also how one could use the deck for recovery from an eating disorder. So I'm really excited about that. She's friends with a woman on here named Patrice, and so just having that connection was just absolutely wonderful. Thank you, Patrice, and thank you to anyone that has given me support and and cheering me on, because I'm very nervous about it. What? Here we go. There. Okay. Okay, let's keep it. I'm not editing this. So what else? So I got a few decks. And this has been over the past couple months, so it's not like I just got them. But I got this rune deck, and I got it off of Etsy. And I know, being Norse pagan-y, I probably should use the wooden runes or bone runes and whatnot, but for some reason, I just need cards. I connect better with cards. I got wooden runes, but I don't really use them, but I like the cards. So, and they're a decent set, like the card stock is fine, a little thin, but and I don't riffle shuffle, so I don't need them to be super thin. I prefer them a little thicker, but it's still a lovely deck. And the meanings are, accurate according to generally accepted definitions of the runes. So that's nice. And then I got the Uncommon Tarot, which I really enjoy. I haven't dove into it. Like, it took me a long time to dive into it. For some reason, I was really resistant. Maybe because I just had such high expectations for it. And it's not disappointing. Like, I'm not saying that it's a disappointing deck. I love the deck. I really do. I mean, it's beautiful artwork. Let's see if I could do this. Is that focusing? I just got a new camera. I'm sorry. I don't know how to get this to focus well. I don't know, so we'll just do it back here. So yeah, it's beautiful. I'm very much into collage these days, and because collage it seems to help me read more intuitively. And yeah, so like some of the style, I think it uses like an oil filter in Photoshop, and they sort of overdo that filter. But that aside, I think the artwork is lovely. I think it's stunning. And I'm surprised more people don't talk about this deck, because I just happened upon it. And it's mass market, and maybe that's why. But it looks like a deck that you could get indie. But I like it. I do. But I didn't connect with it as much as I connected with the Tarot de Sainte Croix, which I just absolutely love this deck. I just really, really connected with it. And the cardstock, I say, is pretty perfect. Maybe slightly thicker for me. But I think that a lot of people prefer this thickness. But let's see. Okay, let me see if I can get this to to zoom to focus. Okay. There we go. Okay, don't. Okay, so it goes, like a lot of the cards are all like different locations around the world. But it's really great to read intuitively. I love the artwork, and it's usually not my style. Now, this artwork reminds me of the artist Gauguin. Most people, who aren't really into art have never heard of Gauguin. But you might know his friend, Van Gogh. Like, he's a lot more popular. So yeah, I think it would be really good for past life work. And yeah, I just really connected with it really well. So yeah, so there's that. And then I actually plan on doing today for the new moon. I am going to be doing a cleansing ritual as well as a protection spell on my house. I feel like there's been like just a lot of negative muck that's just sort of accumulated in the house. It just needs to be cleansed. It just needs to deal with that. And then I don't know what it is. I just feel like there's like this negative energy or something. I don't know if it's just life and I'm just reading way too much woo into it, which is quite possible. But I do wonder if there's some sort of negative woo going on here. And so I want to do a protection spell to protect my house and all the living things in it. So yesterday I went to a local New Age shop that's really close to my house. And so what I did is I got, oh shoot, I'm going to forget the name of them now. I'm completely blanking. Tourmaline. So I got black tourmaline. And so I'm good for protection. And I'm going to put these in the four corners, in four windows in the corners of my house. Probably upstairs. And then on the outside of the house for protection, I'm going to be doing a sigil. I created a sigil of protection, and I'm going to be drawing that with my finger on the four corners of my house as well. And I also got a stick of Palo Santo, which I will be burning for protection. And then saying some words at each four corners and along the sides of the house, on the inside and the outside, to do the protective spell. I also bought these bundles of herbs, and one of them I'm just going to gift to my husband. It's good for protection and peace. That's this one. And then this one is also for protection and inner peace, but it's also for psychic power. It has yarrow and mugwort in it, and bay leaf. And so all those things I think I'm hoping can strengthen my focus and intent for the spell. And then for the cleansing, I'm just doing, I'm going to be using my quartz crystal point, and going around the sides of the house on the inside. And then with sound, I'm using my singing bowl, and I will be cleansing the space that way, and burning sage as well. So, yeah, I think I'll use the protective bundle on the outside and then the sage on the inside. And I also bought myself, this was an impulse buy, it was a splurge, but I got this beautiful piece of malachite. Isn't that gorgeous? It's beautiful. I don't own a lot of crystals, but and it probably was a bit overpriced, but it's beautiful. I loved it, so I had to have it. Like, I grabbed it. I don't usually do that. I'm not usually an impulse buyer. Let's see what else. Okay, so I have another video in mind, and that is going to be on my relation to Pixie, or Pamela Coleman Smith. Some people don't know. I don't know how y'all don't know, because I mention it a lot, but she's my cousin, And so I just thought I would do a brief, semi-brief video going through how I found out, how we're related, as well as like a couple, interesting historical facts that, some people might find interesting. And let's see, what else is going on in my life? Oh, I'm creating an Oracle deck right now. It's in the earlier phases. I have a few semi-final versions of the cards, which, once they're all done, I'll print them all and then see how the colors are and whatnot. And I'm hoping eventually, after I, get them as good as, my capabilities can get them, I'll attempt a Kickstarter. I don't know if this is something that other people would like. It seems to be kind of split. Some people really love it. Other people are just like, okay. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, I need to realize that I shouldn't get my hopes up, because you can put a Kickstarter out there and it just doesn't get backed. But I want to put my whole heart and soul into this deck. It's a rune deck, and I want to just make a really good deck and have, a piece of me in that. And I want it to be beautiful. I want it to have a sturdy box. I want it to have a good guidebook. And that's going to be the big challenging part for me, I think, is writing the guidebook. A lot of people have two people working on a deck, but I have no one to work with on this, so it's just going to be my words. And they'll just have to be good enough. But I really want to get into the depth of the meaning of the runes. I think a lot of cards and just the runes themselves, it can be really difficult to read. And so I wanted to use create a deck that would be able to show like richer, more contextualized meanings of the cards. So that's what I have for today. That's my update. I haven't done a video in forever, and I probably won't do one until I do the interview with Jenny. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.